Hi guys, so this is the 22nd day of the 31 Days of Horror, and today I watched the film Treehouse. This film is about a small town and some children and younger kids, teenagers start to go missing. So the town cancels a fair that they were going to have. And there's two brothers, Killian and Crawford. Crawford's older, Killian's a little younger. I guess they're supposed to be in high school, or Killian's supposed to be in high school and Crawford's out of high school. I'm not sure. None of the actors that are supposed to be in high school look like they were in high school, but I think that's what it was. And they were going to go to the fair, whatever it was. And since it was canceled, Crawford's getting together with some of his friends to shoot fireworks in the woods, and he asked Killian to go along. They go. Crawford's friends don't show up, so they, just go and start to do stuff by themselves. And Crawford notices a treehouse really high up in a tree, and he wants to go investigate. Crawford's scared because it's really high up, but they go up to the treehouse. When they get up there, they're exploring it, and they notice that there's blood on the floor. And then, in the corner of the room of the treehouse, there's a girl her name's Elizabeth, and she's been up there for, I guess, a few days, and she's bloodied. And she was one of the younger kids, but she's like a teenager, supposed to be a teenager, and she's been missing. And they find out that there's 3 or 4 killers, and she tells them that she ran and hid in the treehouse to get away from them, but she can't find her little brother, and his name's Little Bob, which is like the worst name ever. Crawford wants to go get help, and he wants Killian to go with him because his cell phone's not working and he can't call the police. But Killian doesn't feel right leaving Elizabeth by herself after she's injured. She can't get down. She's exhausted and she's dehydrated and, tired and all that. So Crawford leaves, and he gives him a walkie-talkie and says, I'll talk back to you, and he leaves, and it's Killian and Elizabeth in this treehouse. And then the rest of the movie kind of follows, focusing on Killian and Elizabeth in the treehouse, the killers, the eventual climb down, and then their attempts to, get out of the forest and escape these killers. And this movie, it's one of those again where the pacing is so bad. Nothing really happens until like the last part of the movie, but even then it was just kind of boring, and there's just, I don't know. And also, the actress who plays Elizabeth, I'm not sure, well, I'm positive she's not really from the South, because her Southern accent is horrible. Because I do live in the South, and I know what a Southern accent sounds like. And yeah, that was a very, very bad accent, and her acting wasn't that great either. Just nothing happens. It's almost like the movie's not quite sure what it wants to be or what it's trying to do. And then it's one of those movies, too, that doesn't have a concrete ending. It just, it ends, and it doesn't finalize anything or solve anything, or, it doesn't end on I'm trying to think of the word. It just doesn't end well. It's not an ending where you're, satisfied with the film. You're like, what the heck? I just wasted even more time because the ending was just, left off. It didn't really have an ending, and I hate movies like that. So yeah, some of the acting wasn't very good. The pacing wasn't good. I don't think the story itself could have been interesting, but the way they went about it just wasn't. The premise just totally flew out the window. It just went back and forth between like I said, it's kind of, if you watch it, it doesn't really know what it's trying to be, because it almost switches gears a little bit toward the end of the film. And I didn't like the ending whatsoever. The ending might have actually... A good ending might have... It wouldn't completely salvage this film, but it would have been a step in the right direction. And it didn't even do that. Because, like, a few days ago... Or was it... Yeah, a few days ago I reviewed a film whose ending was so good that it made me rethink the entire film. This is not like that. This ending was just more bad on top of bad. So yeah, the Treehouse wasn't good. I give it a 4 out of 10. And it's definitely something you can skip, in my opinion. And that was the 22nd day of the 31 Days of Horror. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye.